First, we identify that the equation has a hyperbola of the form g of x equals 4 over x plus 1 plus 2 f. Now we can see this is a hyperbola because there's no x's in the numerator. Right, now the hyperbola has the general form f of x equals a over x minus p plus q, where p is the vertical asymptote and q is the horizontal asymptote. Now we can check that. In our particular case, that means then that p equals minus 1 and q equals 2. And we can check this by drawing the graph. A gives us the shape of the quadrant of the graph. And when A is positive, the graph is in the first and the third quadrant. The vertical asymptote is when x plus 1 approaches 0 and the divide becomes an infinity, or when x approaches minus 1. The horizontal asymptote is for a very large x or a very negative large x, and that is when 4 over x plus 1 approaches 0 and we're left with the function approaches 2, which is our case. The next part to the question is for 4 marks, so be sure to show your workings. The function f of x equal to x is a straight line running at 45 degrees and going through the origin. That means it's going to go through the points 0, 0 and 1, 1. And it'll intersect the hyperbola at 2 points. One above the asymptote and one to the left of the asymptote. We know just from looking at the graph that the intersection in the first quadrant must be where f of x is greater than 2, and in the third quadrant where x is less than minus 1. Now we need to solve for gx equals fx, or 4 over x plus 1 plus 2 equals x. Now we must get rid of, to do this we've got to get rid of the denominator, so we multiply both sides by x plus 1. That gives us 4 plus 2 times x plus 1 equals x times x plus 1. Now multiply it out and you get 4 plus 2x plus 2 equals x squared plus x. Bring the terms over to the right hand side, you get x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. Now this equation factors. The factors of 6 are 2 and 3 or 6 and 1. We're looking to get minus 1 in the x, so we need to get 2 minus 3. So the factors are x minus 3, x plus 2. And the points of intersection then are x3, y3, x2, y2. This is of course wrong because the IEB memo was wrong. It's actually x3, y3, x minus 2, y minus 2. I always get a bit tense when I have to tell the National Examining Authority that they just mismarked 10,000 students.